criteria which will tell which ones we should. Limitation. So this databases Cloud SQL has some limitation, and this limitation we can talk here is read replica limited to the same region as the master, limited global availability, and maximum disk size can go to the up to 10 terabytes. So if your data is more than 10 byte needed, globally available RDBMS or use Cloud Spanner. So Cloud SQL is a basic one, and this is the property you can see: monitoring, high scalability, high availability, data backup, software patch, OS installation, server maintenance, physical server. These are common maintenance. And then the next part we are going for here is, as you see, importing data, Cloud SQL. So here we are going to basic things. So shift and just shifting data which we call dump and CSV file, cloud storage, and Cloud SQL. So storage, we use Cloud Storage and we run the Cloud SQL. So Cloud Storage as a staging ground, SQL dump and CSV file. This is importing file, export and import process. Export SQL dump CSV file. SQL file cannot contain trigger, view, and store procedure. Get dump CSV file into Cloud Storage. Import from Cloud Storage into Cloud SQL instance. Best practices, I think you can try to load. Use correct flag to dump file. Database hex blobs, skip trigger, get should be off. Ignore table. Compress data to reduce cost. You can also compress as well as. So this is the things about Cloud SQL. And so most of the data engineer know the SQL, and SQL is very, very important. Morely you can write, select, and field name and from clause, and you can also join the many tables. So this is how we talk about Cloud SQL. And now the next topic is data storage. So we are going to talk about here the concept is category or object, single object, this concept, individual data for an object, unique ID. So relational database we call category or object table. Data store kind, in data storage we can kind. Single row is rows, and a relational non-SQL database we can call entity. individual data for an object called column, here called property. Unique ID for an object is primary key, here is key. So entities grouped by the kind is category. Entity can be hierarchically nested, and each entity has a one or more properties. Properties has values. So this is need to understand. So this is simple example entity. So entity have a kind of user, entity kind is order, so which is we call usually column family. So this have another value. Hierarchy is kind, user, ID, the kind, order, kind, order, kind, orders, order ID. So we are going to talk here in the next mode. So what is cloud data storage? So previously we go through our Cloud SQL, now cloud storage we are going here. No ops, no provisional instance and compute storage etc. Highly scalable, multi-region accessible, available, and sharding replication handled by automatically. No SQL, no relational database. Use so when we should use data store. Application that need high available. So if you are using application which need high available structured data at a scale, product catalog or real-time inventory, we can also use this for database. Use profile mobile apps, we can also use some ACID transaction easy transferring fund between two account. Don't use data store. So so if you have a large set of data and use for analytical purpose, we should not use data store. An extreme scale 10 million read write per second. If you have very high extreme like 10 million per second, use big table. Don't use ACID transaction, not highly structured. Use big table. Lift and shift existing MySQL, use Cloud SQL. Near zero latency up to 12 milliseconds, use the in-memory database which is called Redis. So there is some limitation and where to use. I told about the cloud data store. And query is as you know, the query is selecting data from the table. So retrieving entity from data store, that means set of condition, entity, kind, filter, sort, method. There is also the index which can help you to retrieve record very fast, and so which we can use. And danger exploding index, default create an entity for every possible combination of property values, result higher storage, degrade performance. So if you have more and more index in the databases, so what happened when you insert data? So first will go to index and then it will go to the original table. So index is sometimes also burden for databases because it has to maintain table data as well as the index data. Data consistency means if I'm reading and same time other user is reading, so both users should see the same result. How the data are there in result, does the order matters? Strong consistency, parallel process each changes the same time order. Yeah, so there are strong consistency. So if one will fail, then strong consistency. So what happened? Step committed x3 compute read result cloud store write x committed. And so this is the example. It's all the strong and eventual consistency. So this is how we talk about Cloud SQL and Cloud Data Store. So these are relational databases which we talk about in details. Please like and subscribe my channel.